Your very existence is a cauldron of pressure, and that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to College Park, Maryland, SECU Stadium, better known as the Snake Pit and home of the Terps. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Florida Atlantic Owls, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Maryland Terrapins. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Terrapins will kick it away to start us off. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Florida Atlantic's offense will go to work first. And guys, any discussion about this offense has to start and end with the guy behind center.
Yeah, I mean, the quarterback, he gets the ball on every play. He's got to be the leader. He's got to be able to throw the football. So many times you see Jesse where they can run it as well, but he's the captain usually on most teams.
Turning it on! And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
The Owls come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. He's going for a big play downfield. Snags it inside the 20. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Terrapins offense will go to work for the first time today. They are going to be greeted rather rudely, I guess, by a group of defensive linemen that wreak havoc and hunt down quarterbacks, Jesse.
And they wreck games. They take away everything you do offensively. So it's a huge challenge in this one, David, for this offensive coordinator to try to call plays and find ways to get the football away from these big fellas up front because they take games over.
And get the ball out quick. Like when you've got a defensive line that can penetrate, they can get TFLs, get sacks, it's going to be up.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say that.
And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack.
Man, you have to love getting to the quarterback early in this football game. Your first drive, how about your offense? They already took care of business, put up points for you. Now you're getting to the quarterback, getting sacks. Great start for this squad.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game. And the Terrapins will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Now on the return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Got it in the middle. It's Woods. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. The give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Dropping back, it's Tucker. Blasted as he lets it go. Got his man downfield. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Chance to build a little momentum here by converting this 3rd down from deep in your own territory. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Terrapins will line up to punt it away. That first punt was a beauty. They'd take another one just like it. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries. You got to get pressures. And when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe.
Breaks into the open. The 30. The 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll bring it out. It's Barry. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast, and they force a negative play.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Tucker. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He's got it along the sideline. And they'll bring him down after the long completion, a chunk play for the offense.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in 3rd and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sidelines.
And the Terrapins have this offense rolling. Looking downfield on 1st down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Well, you saw this guy in all the highlights after that 4-sack performance his last time out, and he's not resting on his laurels. He's hungry for more. Registers his 1st sack of the game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They are getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. Pulls it in, it's Sanchez. They're now out across the 40, and he's out of bounds at the 42. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Give to the back. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision. Nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
Looking left. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Here comes a 3rd down situation, and the defense hasn't been able to slow them down. Dropping back, it's Carr. Pocket breaking down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Florida Atlantic will have to send out the punt team. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Let's see what he can do with it. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Leaves it with the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, we know this offense obviously really struggled there last time out, and they knew coming into this one they would have to be better at running the football, and that just has not happened in this game. They're simply not physical enough offensively at this point.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
The Terrapins will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. All right, guys, so Florida Atlantic has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. First play of the period, 1st down here. To the air, it's Carr. Here's the pressure. Just a little off. Incomplete.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You've got to put some hits on those body blows so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this bad.
He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
He's got it on the right. Finds a crease at the 20. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Florida Atlantic comes to the line on first and goal. They're working that left side. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. And they take it in for 6 more points.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment beat dang. You talk about home field advantage. Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Oklahoma has just had no answer to the ferocious tail kicking they're taking today. And if you think that coach is fired up on the sidelines right now, wait till the postgame. They're trailing by 14 to Fresno State. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes from Big 12 country, you'll hear about it here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Looking for a man. It's Tucker. Fires to the wideout. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
It's complete. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Terrapins come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. The Terrapins will send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. And when you've been around a while, as this guy has behind center, you expect this type of performance, and boy, is he delivered. He's guided this offense with precision, and most of all, he has taken care of. He's going to let it go. Makes the catch on the left. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
Leaves it with the running back. Oh, he's got some space. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting 1st downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working. Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Dropping back, it's Carr. Looking for the goal line. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. So the offense will try to punch it in here on 4th. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Owls!
I think most coaches on 4th and goal from the 1-yard line nowadays, they're going for it. And I like this offense because if I can't get 1 yard, I don't deserve to win. They're physical, lower their pads, and they get the big 4th down conversion.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Maryland, 0.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Maryland has the ball back in the Terrapin offense ready to go. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Send the tight end in motion. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good and build maybe a little bit of momentum.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. And the Terrapins line up to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. And here comes the punt team. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. And the veteran presence is obvious for this senior behind center. The passing game absolutely firing on all cylinders. And best of all, they've protected the football. Off the play fake on 1st down. That's caught. It's Sanchez. At the 40, there he goes. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. Big plays like that makes play calling so much easier. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 34. To the air, it's Carr. Fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Adams. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Terrapins decide to punt it away. Here's the return. He gets a block. Touchdown Owls! Stealing a score on special teams.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown.
0.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here. We're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. They'll move the chains after he gets into the 43-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. To the air, it's Tucker. Makes the grab. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Terrapins racing to the line in the hurry-up. Second down, they'll go to the air. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Terrapins send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. And this senior really has command of the entire attack right now. He's been turnover-free. They're moving the ball up and down the field. A really mature performance. Looking to throw on first down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. Rush is on him. Trying to make magic with his feet. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to throw, it's Carr. That's reeled in. It's Thurman. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. He'll need to unleash his thunderfoot on this 56-yard attempt from the right hash. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in College Park. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify.
Kick returners just have to do a better job knowing where they are on the field and what the situation is. That's a ball you got to let go through the end zone. That's a touchback. Instead, you're trying to be the hero, and now you've done yourself more harm than good. The offense starting in terrible field position.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Rumbles ahead for 6 and all the way out to the 16. And the Terrapins line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man on the right. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5.
All right, they showed this in the first half, right? Loaded up, ran the football, had some success. What do they do in the second half? Come back now, pull some guys, go the other direction, have success. Great job by the coaching staff.
Hand off from the shotgun. Sweet cut there. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Terrapins are marching down the field. Out of the gun to give to the back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Another sack. This quarterback group, not this quarterback, this one, because you're already on quarterback number 2, taking a lot of hits today. Got to keep these guys upright, got to protect them. This offensive line has to do a better job.
Moore to the air. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Well, the defense, they're smelling blood in the water now. Of course, they've already knocked the starting quarterback out of this game. And now with the backup in, they're bringing more pressure. It almost looks like they're more excited to get after him. This is just a very excited, very emotional defense.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. Offense working from the pistol. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Makes the grab. There he goes. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
They try to pop a run on the draw. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll give it to the back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. A first down run in the red zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Owls.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your second guy gets hit, and you got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback, man.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. And the Terrapins will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He gets it away from his own end zone. Here's a return from midfield. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Offense in an empty set. Back to pass, it's Carr. He's taking the shot. Wide open, he makes the catch. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. And oh, that one hurts to have the flag come out and take a touchdown off the board after that play. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Hits him inside the 20, still going. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Owls.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he tacks on the extra point. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Minnesota is on the ropes, and it's like they're looking at their corner and saying, no mas. The type of performance we're just not used to seeing in Minneapolis. They're trailing by 20 to Tennessee. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Moore will throw. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Offense, you got to do a better job. There's got to be more sense of urgency protecting your backup quarterback. You've already lost your starter due to injury. Now that the backup's in, you know you're going to have to hold on for just that split second longer, and they weren't able to do it there.
And the returner will be dragged down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, Dave.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They're dealing with a second and long. He's got him this time. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. To the air on first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And a nice pickup on the run, and gets down to avoid contact. And guys, Florida Atlantic has the edge. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. This Florida Atlantic offense is moving quickly. Now they'll run the draw. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Offense trying to pay it off on second and goal. They'll move the tight end. Back to throw, it's Carr. He's going for the goal line. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
And they've moved closer and closer, and still they need 2 yards, 3rd and goal. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Owls. The offense cashing it in on that drive. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Bring in the heat. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The Terrapins with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. And the Terrapins will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Wants to bring it back. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. And they are getting elite play from their quarterback. Their passing game has been simply outstanding the entire game. They've put it in the end zone, and they will get your attention with the numbers they put up. Got his man on the right. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Makes the grab. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one. Florida Atlantic races to the line. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Caught. Knocked down after a short game, but enough to move those chains.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
And what you see late in games, man, those teams that can really run the football and run that clock when they got a lead, you really win a lot more football games. So I think you look for them to be physical down the stretch of this game, try to continue to do this on the ground, continue to eat that clock.
Setting up the screen. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
And the Owls trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Owls. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the...
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
0 points on the day. That's really all you have to say about this offense. It's been a struggle fest. They've been riding the struggle bus. They haven't done anything right today.
Got it set up on the outside. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
They punt it away on 4th down. And it'll be downed right there.
That's a great job downing the football, setting your defense up with great field position. A lot of times you let that thing bounce one too many times and it climbs in the end zone, but that was a good job of making sure you downed it and set your D up.
This offense is so deep in the hole, it looks like the end zone's at the end of the earth. They'll send the back in motion. Got his man out of the backfield.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
The Owls in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking downfield, it's Carr. The screen, he can go. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's got an open man. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got it.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. And even in the 4th quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive, pedal to the metal.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Skips away from pressure. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
And back to the air on 2nd down. Complete in the middle. He found his man and zipped it in there. And they've got a 1st down in the red zone at the 11. And the Owls started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. They'll give it on the counter. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. And while this game is all but decided, the offense's job is to score. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
87, Maryland, 0.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but
And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
8 yards on the play.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long.
And he feels the heat coming, and it it burns him up. Another sack.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
Defense takes a timeout with 30 seconds remaining. The Terrapins will punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fair catch is brought in at the 43, and they are set up nicely. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. And they've gotten a superb performance from their senior quarterback. And the QB has more than had his way, just lighting up the secondary and the scoreboard, Jesse.
Yeah, and Reese, talking to the coaches coming into this one, they felt like they had a real opportunity in this game to throw the football with success, understanding just how talented their quarterback is. And he's really answered the bell. He's done a really nice job with his decisions. He's played on time. He's been accurate. And this offense has been up and down the field in large part because of how well their quarterback is playing.
Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left. That's the way you get things going. A huge play, and now attacking from just inside the red zone. They'll run the toss. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
A lot of times offenses will do the FIB, formation into the boundary, try to take advantage of you necessarily spreading out, sending more resources to the field, try to take advantage. Offense gave it a whirl, but the defense, they did not move. They did their assignments, got the TFL.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking downfield, it's Carr. Unloads to the wideout. Wideout trying to get it in. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Might be changing the route. The snap sets up to throw. Now he's going to break the pocket. Looking to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.